Hello YouTube, it's Lisa State here of the YouTube channels of Lisa State and Hitler Obsessed. Now we'll do part 3 of Kundun by Martin Scorcesese, which is a 1997 movie about the life and times of an exile of the 14th Dalai Lama. I almost said Hitler though, I wonder why. Okay, weird thing, I know. I'm going through an interesting moment of obsessions meeting with other obsessions. Yeah, I know, memory lane's weird. Okay, so part 3. So we talked about Tenzin Gyatso, which is the 14th Dalai Lama, going through the childhood rigorous torture of just sitting still and maybe focusing on something, because he's gotta focus on his future life, which is most likely another Dalai Lama of the 15th Dalai Lama. So the next scene is of you know Tenzin Gyatso scared in his new place. He's fearful. He doesn't like it at the palace. So Pumbu turns up again and comforts the kid. And he tells him about, oh, you won't. I know this place is old and dark and creepy looking. And as Tenzin Gyatso is watching the little mice running around in the Pottsville Palace, they have a thing against killing animals. So the mice gotta be left peaceful because they in peace because they believe the mice all could be the wife and the not the wife. Maybe if they had a wife before they became monks or whatever, or anyone, uh, could have been their muzzle in a past life. So think of that nice little interesting moment. Oh, I killed a roach. Oh my gosh, it was my muzzle in a past life. Real thing they got over there. Probably a good thing. Don't kill animals. Try killing things a bit humanely, kids. Might give you some bad things in the future. Or future life too, if you're not careful. Okay. So Pumbaa was telling Chanting Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, about the summer palace, which has all these wonderful animals, gardens, and fish, and peacocks, there's elephants, giraffes, and sheep. And Tenzin Gyatso is so happy, he's looking forward to that moment of going to the summer palace, which is another important holy site in Tibetan Buddhism, like the uh, building that I mentioned that's also in Lhasa. That's of the scene from the meditation scene and the Potala Palace. Uh, so, uh, so then Tenzin Gyatso asks about this wall hanging that's called a Buddhist thangka that's of a uh, Buddhist bodhisattva that he's asking, who is she? And Pumbaa says that's Kali Lama, which is the protector of Tibet and the Tibetan people and Tibetan government and of the Dalai Lama. And that eventually becomes uh, the Dalai Lama's patron deity, Bodhisattva. He likes to worship. So, so because he's a protector of Tibet, and this is one of those themes, going to turn up for the Dalai Lama uh, as a Buddhist and Buddhist monk, though. A very high ranking Buddhist Lama too, because Dalai Lamas are the high ranking Lamas. And so the next scene is of the another caravan of the Tibetan the Dalai Lama's officials and group and monks and the Dalai Lama himself moving to uh the Dalai Lama's summer palace. It's in another area. This is like the summer area for Dalai Lama because in Lhasa, I guess it's very cold, so this is kind of more warmer area for him to enjoy, better weather, so he's not freezing to death in the peninsula at summertime. So Bottle is kind of like winter, summer. Some palaces for the summer or the spring. And so there's more scenes of the I guess the Dalai Lama that's been, I guess he's with one of his friends or his brother, running around the part line, well, I forgot to tell a bit of that. Well, they show him running around with his friends around the corridors of the part, being like kids and fun and games, and Tenzin Gyatso tells his brother, "Oh, I'm gonna show you where father is," and they go to an area which is where the government is there. The Batin Rinpoche and his father, and he's got like his official robes and his earrings there. They have two different earrings for the officials, and his hair's done up a little top knot for the officials in the Dalai Lama's government, because he now gets a post, which is what the husband of the wife, which is Dalai Lama's father, gets after the Dalai Lama becomes the 14th Dalai Lama. So he gets a government post. So just think of it like the president. Let's say if your kid becomes the president, well, your father's gonna go into Senate or whatever, or the House of Representatives. Let's use a comparison of that. It doesn't work that way in our government, but let's just use that as a bit of comparison. So you have another scene of Chanting Grotto's is running around the summer palace there, and he ends up running over to his family's residence, I guess there, that are staying at the summer palace. They're having lunch or breakfast or whatever, and he goes to pick up an egg. And his brother says the Dalai Lama is not supposed to eat eggs and pork, and Tenzin Gyatso is like, no, no eggs, no eggs. And like his mother says, don't talk with your mouth full. And it's like, oh no, can I buy the sheep? And the older brother there that's with him is saying, well, you're wealthy. You're pretty much the king. Why don't you buy them? So Chanting Gatsu saying, I guess since he doesn't know how to work money yet, he's a kid still. He hasn't been at that age yet. He's got pretty much more schooling than most of us get now. Uh, he asks his father to buy the sheep and says, I'll buy them for you. So he ends up, I guess, owning a bunch of sheep of his father, who knows how to work, the finances, balance the family checkbook and stuff, pay the taxes, does that for him. And so Jansen Gatsu goes straight to also telling his mother about and showing him another area of the palace, which is of a teaching area, I guess they'll study or whatever. And he says, I'm going to show you my teeth. And he tells Pumbu there to go open up a cabinet that holds relics of the 13th Dalai Lama. And he pulls out a yellow bundle that's wrapped up and undoes the thing. And Pumbu shows his mother these teeth. And they're actually the teeth, or just the dentals, but they're probably most likely the upper and the lower jaws with all the mandibles on his skull. So it's a bit of anatomy tone for you here on YouTube. Nothing but the finest here on YouTube for you. Of the 14th Dalai Lama, not 14th Dalai Lama, the previous Dalai Lama to Tenzin Gyatso as the 14th Dalai Lama, there that have been made as a relic. And his mother's praying, because that's what you do in Tibetan Buddhism when you're in front of a relic. Pray so you can get good merit there. So then the next scene is of Vetin Rinpoche having to flee because he tried to kill the 14th Dalai Lama. He's telling one of the monks that he has to go. He has to go into hiding. And later on in the movie, they end up finding out that Vetin Rinpoche went to hide, which was his old monastery. And there is a uprising before they find him and bring him back to the Potsla to have him put in jail, because there actually is a prison, a dungeon or whatever there in the Potsla that they have him put in jail, because he has committed the egregious crime that's pretty much like treason here. He tried to kill the 14th Dalai Lama. Not good. think of how that would be here in America. Not good. If you try to kill the president, not a good thing. Or if you killed the president, well, definitely still not a good thing. So that's not a good thing. Don't shoot world leaders. Don't kill anyone. I don't care who you think you are. You're not Louis Harvey Oswald. The terrible guy what he did to JFK, I think. No matter how much you don't like the president, don't do that. Not good. I will not like you, and I will not want you around me on this earth. That's called pretty much treason and murder here on YouTube. Here on this YouTube channel, definitely. Uh, I'm back to what I was saying here. So there's another scene of what is the, I guess, the studying of the 14th Dalai Lama with a couple of monks and Pumbu, who eventually tells Dalai Lama that Retin Rinpoche had fled, and he is not the Retin, or what is the original, the title is Chamberlain. Uh, and so he's abandoned his post for what he did to try to do to the 14th Dalai Lama, but did to his brother. And so Pumbu ends up becoming and appointed by the 14th Dalai Lama as the new Chamberlain. So he now holds that title in the movie. And Pumbu and the two other monks are teaching the Dalai Lama the Buddhist Three Noble Jewels there, which is the Buddha, the Sangha, which is the monks and the clergy and the lay people there, and the Dharma, which is the teachings of the Buddha. So all the sutras and the Buddhist way and the middle path, the Eightfold Path. No more scenes of this later on in the movie, of the 14th Dalai Lama being taught how suffering is caused by pride, though. And he's going through his debate courses there later on in the film here. And so you have so then there's the other scene of the oracle there, of the Nechang oracle, which is pretty much the head oracle there, like the oracle of Delphi, I guess you would say. They have several other oracles there, they're part of Tibetan Buddhism there. Which gives a lot of the divination and what's good for Tibet and the important decisions. They consult the Nechang Oracle if they have important decision. And eventually there's another scene of the Pumbo bringing out a letter telling about the Chinese nationalists invading Tibet during the 13th Dalai Lama, and how the Chinese might invade Tibet again, which later on happens in the movie because of the Chinese communist invasion of Tibet during, 1949 by Mao Zedong of the Chinese Communist Party after the Chiang Kai-shek left and fled China in 1949. So, in 1949, 1959. I think 1949. That's the time when Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao invades Tibet, though. So this is the end of part 3, and I will do next time part 4. So like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment to this video, become a subscriber to this channel, leave a Facebook friend request or comment if you want, donate to my Patreon and my subscribe soul. Share any of these videos in this video if you want, grow this channel. And you can see me on my BitChute channel on bitchute.com. I suggest you avoid all the other channels on BitChute, but only mine. Go to mine and become, that's called, Lisa Marie Stayed, and bye. And I will do part 4 of this review on Kundun.